Hello, my name is Martin Decker. Today I'd like to introduce you to the new features of CODESYS in the first quarter of 2025, briefly and concisely. CODESYS Git now saves access data hierarchically, for example per hostname, and automatically uses the most precise matching configuration. If there is none, a UI dialog opens. In non-UI mode, the process fails. Conflicts can now be resolved via context menu command, namely via the Resolve Manually menu item. When comparing branches, a banner warns that changes cannot be applied and recommends merging via the Git branches view instead. Git settings are primarily loaded from the local Git config with a fallback to global Git config, supplemented by the new Git config dialog for easy customization. The CODESYS installer add-ons with the example tag are now clearly marked to make them easier to recognize as such, including the addition of example in the name. The display of installed add-ons has also been improved. A filter function facilitates the overview, especially with the increasing number of example packages. With CODESYS Service Pack 21, the stack size per task can be individually adjusted, ideal for making optimum use of the memory in your IPC. A new UI also shows the actual stack consumption of each task directly. CODESYS Control SL now supports the high-performance XDP technology for real-time Ethernet communication under Linux, including zero-copy support without kernel adaptation. Initial tests show significantly reduced cycle times for Profinet and EtherCAT communication, even under load. The CODESYS License Manager now supports the addition, removal, and display of licenses on the servers, including the display of all relevant container and license information. CODESYS User Management can now be fully connected to the Linux system via Linux Privileged Access Management, PAM, including login with system users and assignment of rights via groups. PAM is a collection of shared modules that the system administrator can use to configure the identification and authentication of users when they log on to the system. The setup requires configuration adjustments in the user and group administration, which are documented in the online help. A list of all the highlights of the new service pack can be found on the CODESYS website. The following products will enter the service phase in the next 12 months. All libraries with the prefix CAA, such as CAA Net-Based Service or CAA Behavior Model, on March 1st, 2026. There are better, modern alternatives for these libraries that provide the same functions. The libraries are now called Net-Based Services, Async Job Manager, Element Collections, Segmented Buffer Manager, Memory Block Manager, and Common Behavior Model. The CAA Real-Time Clock, CAA DTUtil-Extern, and CAA FB Factory libraries will also enter the service phase on March 1st. There are good successors for these libraries. You can find more information on this in the help at libdev summary. OPC DA server on April 1st, 2025. The product is not CRA compliant. We recommend using OPC UA technology instead. In the next 12 months, the following product will leave the service phase and will be discontinued. SMS servers, a library in CODESYS IoT libraries on March 1st, 2026. New devices no longer send SMS. For a complete list of discontinued products and products in the service phase, please visit the CODESYS website. Thanks for watching and enjoy the new features.